This 10 countries pays you to get married. In the past few years, we have seen a rise in several policies in nations around the world that offer incentives for people to get married. Some even go as far as providing financial support for singles who are willing to settle down. These marriage incentives are largely due to the negative side effects of not getting married and having children at an older age. In many countries, birth rates have decreased to worrying levels, while in others it was linked to social problems such as loneliness and a lack of care for elderly people. These programs usually target specific groups. Young adults who aren't ready to settle down or people over a certain age who want to marry and settle down sooner rather than later. That said, there are places where marrying a local woman can also be beneficial enough for you that there are actually countries that pay you if you marry their women. Number 10. India. Marriage allowance for its men. India has seen a decline in its number of births in recent years, which led to a decline in the percentage of the population of working age. To counter this, the government created what became known as the marriage incentive. This program offers up to $1,000 for men who agree to marry a woman who has been single for at least a year. A different program for women provides a monthly allowance for women who agree to remain single and devote themselves to their parents and family. Both programs are targeted toward middle-class families who are considered to be at risk of producing too few grandchildren. Number 9. Singapore. Financial support to find a spouse. The Singaporean government offers up to $10,000 for men who marry Singaporean and Singaporean-Chinese women between the ages of 25 and 45 and have at least one child. The program also has an additional $3,000 incentive for those who are willing to marry someone of Indian and Pakistani descent. The program is meant to incentivize men to marry women who have been single for a long time and therefore were at risk of remaining unchosen forever. Number 8. Japan. Finding a wife can earn you $500. A Japanese program called Tobatate Shiku Jo no Ko Sho literally translates to wedding support money for people with disabilities. One of its projects is meant to help single people who have a disability find a spouse. If you are single and have a disability that prevents you from working, you can receive up to $500 for each month. You are actively trying to find a spouse. The program is not only meant for people who are unable to work because of their disability. Number 7. Korea. $20,000 for finding a spouse. The Korean government offers a hefty amount of money to those who are willing to get married to someone who is considered disadvantaged in society. This includes people who are physically or mentally disabled and people who live in rural areas. The amount of money you receive depends on the type of spouse you choose. $2,000 is awarded for marrying someone who is mentally or physically disabled, $3,000 for marrying someone who lives in a rural area, and $4,000 for marrying someone who is both disabled and lives in a rural area. If you're interested in this program and you're a foreigner, you'll receive a lower amount of $1,000. Number 6. Germany. The Finding a Spouse bonus. In Germany, there is a program called the Finding a Spouse bonus, also known as the Ehegattenszuschlag. This program is for people who are over a certain age and single, and who receive Social Security benefits. If you are a single person who receives Social Security benefits, you can receive a bonus if you marry someone who is also receiving Social Security benefits. The bonus is €500 per month per spouse. If you and your spouse have children, you also receive more money for each child. Number 5. Switzerland. Get 700 Swiss francs per month for 3 years. In Switzerland, there is a program that might interest people who are interested in getting married and having kids. The program is meant for people who have had trouble finding a partner and having children because they work long hours and don't have the time to look for a partner. The program offers a monthly 700 Swiss francs payment for 3 years to people who are willing to marry a Swiss person and have a child. If you marry a Swiss person, you will receive the payment for as long as you stay in the relationship. Number 4. Romania. Help pay for a wedding and have a baby. In Romania, there is a program that helps people who are struggling financially to get married and start a family. You can receive help paying for a wedding, a house, or even to buy a car. The government also offers a monthly payment of 500 RON if you are a single parent who has a child under 5 years old. Number 3. Denmark. Get paid and save for your own marriage. If you live in Denmark and are single, you can get paid to marry. The program is called Folkekomedy and was created in the 1960s and is meant to encourage people to get married. If you are single and have a steady job, you can get paid €300 per month to save up for your wedding. If you are in a relationship, you can also receive the payment if you're not married. The payment lasts until you get married, no matter how long that takes. Number 2. Thailand. Paying women and men who get married. The Thai government offers financial incentives for women to get married and for men who marry Thai women. If you're a woman who has been single for at least a year, you can receive $200 if you marry someone who lives in Thailand. If you're a man who is single and you marry a Thai woman, you can receive a payment of $500. Number 1. China. Paying men to get married. In China, there is a program that pays men to get married. The program is meant to help women who are struggling to find a partner. If you're single and Chinese, and you agree to marry a single woman who is also Chinese, you can receive a once-off payment of $4,500. Conclusion. Marriage is a huge step in anyone's life, and it can come with some pretty big bonuses if you do it in the right place. Many countries have marriage-oriented programs in place that reward singles who are willing to settle down and start a family. All you have to do is find a willing partner, and you can gain access to some pretty sweet benefits. So if you've been thinking about settling down, now is the time to do it. Finally, have you ever wished of traveling the world and make money at the same time without ever creating your own products or websites? Then let me show you how to set up your own online business empire. To make $100 to $200 a day. And how you can get started right now. Click on the link below for more info. Thank you. Please like, share, subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our future videos.